Hello, this is Einar from Unity Center again. Today we have Shama Viola from Damanhur. She's also been working all over the world having courses about earlier life. That's super interesting. And we're going to talk a little bit about why is it important. You are expert in courses about early lives.
Yes.
And right now you're working from Damanhur.
I'm working in Damanhur because in Damanhur we specialize in this work. And there's a number of us instructors that go all over to do these courses. I've been doing this for many, many years in America, in Australia, all over Europe. And they're very successful and popular courses.
But what I'm wondering about, why is it so important to know about your early lives? I know that people know they have early life. Why is it important to know about it?
Okay, well, once just a very superficial one, but an important one is that people are curious. They feel that they do not only have this one life, so they're curious about who they may have been in other lives. So they like to explore it. And in exploring earlier lives, it's not that they're exploring famous or important lives. They could be very ordinary lives, but in which they've learned a lot. They've learned maybe through mistakes, through difficulties, but they've gained awareness, they've gained in consciousness, they've grown, they've evolved. And so in exploring a past life, you start to recognize that these people that have been living other experiences in other times are really inside of you, and that they are part of you. And that is what people recognize when they do the courses. Most of them say, I know this person very well, it's me, it's like me, it's doing the same thing as me, it has the same tendency as me. So all of a sudden you start recognizing that much of who you are is affected by other times and other places that you have been, and so you start expanding your awareness of who you are, and you become more connected to parts of you that usually are unconscious. And so it's an interesting, expanding type of experience that allows you to not be so identified with who you think you are now, but you start realizing that there is more to you than meets the eye. There are other parts of you that you can explore and that you can find are actually relevant to your life, your current life, and that you can use in your current life. You may discover that you have a talent for, I don't know, wood carving, or being a medium. In other lives you had been a sailor. And all of a sudden you realize, oh, that's why I have such a passion for the sea, or that's why I feel so drawn to mediumship, or, you know, you start connecting the dots and realize that those lives have pertinence to the present life.
I'm reading one of the books from Damanhur on spiritual science.
Yes.
And there it says that you have, when you was born, you have 5, 6, 7 early lives that's in your body, in the liver, in the testes, and so on.
It's a little bit different, but we talk about personalities in the book. We believe that our soul is an ensemble of spirit, pure spirit, and a variety of personalities that relate to also past experiences in past times and in past places. And so these personalities, these parts of us, become part of us. So yes, they do lodge in our organs. So maybe I will have a stern Methodist priest in my liver, and maybe I will have a very relaxed, loving mother of 12 in my heart, and maybe I will have a hungry child from Africa in my belly who is always hungry. So I will have these different personas in me, And as I explore through different past life research, these particular people, I started recognizing certain things, and I started realizing why I do what I do. For example, I have a friend who did a past life with me, and we have been working together for many years, and she's always hungry, and she's this thin, and she's always hungry. And in that past life, she was a hungry African child. And we were laughing because we recognized it together. We said, and that's why you're always hungry. And so you start really connecting the dots and making sense of certain things that are happening in your present life. I was doing a past life with a person, and the first little tidbit I told him was, "You are passionate about music." And he said, "How would you know it? I'm a musician in this life." So, but even in that past life, you know, his passion for music was there. And in this life, he was already a musician. So many times these kinds of things happen that you just say, even today, in one of in the course, one person who found herself to be a Knight Templar said, "I'm totally passionate about Knight Templar. I'm reading books, I'm researching," and she's one. All of a sudden, there are connections and things that you already feel and do in this life. You have been already, and you had those experiences.
But isn't it important in this life to do new things, not the old things?
Yes, and we do, and we are different people. And so we recognize those connections and those tendencies, but we are different people. And we are not Knight Templars in 2014, but we have an interest. We feel a resonance, but we are doing something totally different. Yeah.
In the Western world,
yes,
many people still don't believe in earlier lives or past lives. It's maybe not so super important, but as fast as it comes proof, I think more people will be interested. I heard about lots of movies about people working with past lives, and it is proof out there, but it's not into the ordinary media.
Right.
So you of course see proof every day when you work with people.
Every day, in every course, over and over and over and over. And that is why this course is popular, because people do one past life and they are so mind blown by recognizing themselves in that experience in the past that they want to do another one and another one and another one. And so in Damanhur we allow for 5 past life experiences, because we don't want to create addiction. We want people to recognize at least 5 of their selves, and then to work with them, to integrate them into consciousness, into the everyday life, to use them appropriately. So if, for example, I'll give you an example of mine. I had a past life as a seer. I was a seer in the Middle East, terrible life with the village got completely destroyed by what you call people that came and robbed and etc., etc. And so I was a young child, and I survived by reading people's lives. And I find myself in this life. I created a deck of cards. I read people, and I've been reading people for 25 years. I didn't even know this until I was given this one life. So what happens is, when I recognize that the talent that I have in this life comes from that life, it's easy to integrate, it's easy to accept, it's easy to recognize, oh, it's one part of me, and I use it when I do this particular thing. So when I read cards, I know that this being, this part of me, is alive and well, and is doing it through me. It's, we are integrated into this, and so it is wonderful to bring in these talents in the appropriate way, in the appropriate time, consciously.
Yeah, you're talking about these cards. I know you in Damanhur you have made some special cards. It's not tarot cards, but it's
These
more...
are the divination cards that I've made.
You made them?
I created them. I created them through Damanhurian means, meaning we study a language that we call a sacred language. So I created a deck of cards with the sacred symbol of this language and the translation, so that in 5 languages, so people can relate to. And I use those cards all the time. And I teach people how to read them, and they're very easy, they're beautiful, and they're also, they have beautiful background through these symbols, and these backgrounds are paintings of the founder of Damanhur, which was a very prolific and wonderful painter.
Mm. But these courses you have this weekend, you have a course in Unity, but you just search in one life per course.
Yes. The person, what happens is the person wants to do it, so signs up. When they sign up, we require 1 or 2 photos, a current one and one from the past. Through the photos and the birth data, so the birth name and the birth date and the place of birth, we have in Damanhur a specialized group of people that for 25 years or more has been researching these lives. They read through the information of the photo and the rest of the information, they read in the aura of the person the life that that soul is already allowing to emerge. And so they just read in the aura of the person which life is the one that comes up. So they're not inventing it. It's done as a group, it's a type of mediumship, but in a group context. And so they write it all in details, from birth to death, in details, all the adventures, the ups and downs of that life. And then us as instructors come with that life already written, and we help the people to find it consciously through giving them little insights, little phrases, little words, little information, so that the person slowly but surely, through means like meditation, art, theater, and things like that, this person begins to connect and finds this character in them, to then at the end, you know, say, yeah, I know this person very well, it's me, because they recognize themselves.
So in the course you have different kinds of meditations and and things,
artistic things and theatrical things.
How is the group in Norway? Are they good at finding their early lives, or is it blocked?
Difficult question. Let's say that each culture responds differently.
Yes.
Last weekend I was in Bulgaria and I had 18 people, and it was done with translation, and the people were very, very lively and very, very involved and very much playful, and Norwegians are a little bit more reserved, very reserved. So it's a little bit different approach.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Usually in the end of the interviews we ask you to, if you want to give a message to the world. Do you want anything you want to? What's important for the times coming now? In your vision.
To me, it's important to find your own mission in life and fulfill that soul's yearning. It's important to recognize we are here for a purpose. Yes. We are here at a very important time, and each person, as anyone, has come for a reason, and has come for a purpose that it's important to find and to become involved in fulfilling, because that is what makes you happy. And so we are here to pursue happiness through expressing ourselves to the best and to the most.
Yes, that was a good one. But I have to ask you one more question.
All right.
You're talking about it's important times coming in these times, you said.
Yes.
What's happening?
What's happening? It's what we will make happen. That's why we need to, each one of us, fulfill our mission of why we're here, because we can impact on the world in a positive way because as you know very well, the world is gone crazy. The world is not doing very well, and we each can help to bring the world to a more balanced point and to make a jump in consciousness.
Yes, that's what
with happiness. With happiness, we need to be happy, fulfilled inside, by doing what our soul has come here to do.
That was very good, nice last words. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.